Hey everybody, it's Ryan for Projected Futures. So we recently had a chance to visit the Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience at the Tower Theater just outside of Philadelphia. And if you follow the projection mapping world closely, then you probably know there are several different Van Gogh-based experiences that have been touring all over the world, especially before COVID. Anyway, I just wanted to give you some thoughts from a technical standpoint and as a visitor to this particular experience. So after entering the exhibit with a time ticket, you encounter a projection mapped head of Vincent van Gogh. It serves as sort of a nice pre-show of sorts for the rest of the experience. Next, there's a few galleries of prints of Van Gogh's work, each highlighted with a spotlight that matches the shape of the painting. And that light really helps to accentuate the paintings and elevate them, because if you stop and look too long, you can start to see that the prints aren't all that great, and some of the canvas wasn't even tight, but the light helps hide all of that. Along with these galleries, there were also a few opportunities to place yourself into a Van Gogh painting, known in industry parlance as an activation. A lot of people were taking advantage of that opportunity. It seemed quite popular. Next, it's off to the main immersive theater. So the Tower Theater has been converted into a big white box, essentially, part of which consists of the stage. And it's probably worth noting that other than where the proscenium of the stage juts through, this area is all just one big smooth box. So in the strictest sense, there really isn't projection mapping in terms of mapping specific animations or elements to architectural features. The experience consists of roughly a 45-minute loop, and while it tells a bit of a chronological story of Van Gogh's works, you can enter at any time without losing much of the context. You're also free to leave when you wish, so you can simply stay until the loop gets back to where it was when you came in. From a viewer standpoint, the space and experience were largely calming and tranquil. The projections were also on the floor instead of just the walls, but sort of disappointed that there weren't any ceiling projections. After all, this is the painter of The Starry Night. Now, while you're sitting in a chair, it wasn't that noticeable, but if you were on the floor to take in the experience, the lack of a ceiling projection was a bummer. For the technical folks, it looks like all of the projectors are Panasonic models, and there are about 25 projectors in total. Also, after the main presentation, there's an area where visitors could create their own artistic interpretations of Van Gogh, and a Van Gogh VR experience, which seemed sort of redundant having just been in the projection mapped space, and it didn't seem like a real popular option. So that's the factual dissertation on the experience, but how was it as a visitor? Well, for me, it can be hard sometimes to separate being someone who's sort of working in this space and being just a participant. But I will say, I thought it was a solid, if not overly incredible, experience. But from the comments I overheard on the way out, it seemed like this was a big hit with most of the people who attended, and everyone seemed really satisfied with it, and they were hitting the gift shop pretty hard on the way out too. So on the only metric that really matters, guest satisfaction, it really seemed like Philadelphia's version of Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience, was a hit. So there you go, that's a quick look at the Van Gogh Immersive Experience at the Tower Theater. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, and if you want to see more immersive experiences, be sure to subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.